Welcome back to Radio Punch. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ Radio Punch ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਪੰਜ ਦਰਿਆ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ Sound of Five Rivers. So ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਪਣੀ host ਸਭੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ. And once again, I am back with another interview. So ਅੱਜ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ interview ਲੈਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ is a well-known amazing singer who is a playback singer and her name is Shweta Subram. So ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ and ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. So we will connect with her now. So hello, Shweta.
Well, Sat Sri Akal, Savita, and how are you? It's wonderful to be here. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you.
Oh, thank you so much. It is amazing to have you as well. And thank you for taking some time out to join in my show today for Radio Punch.
No, thank you very much. Really, it's going to be a pleasure to connect with your listeners as well. So I can't wait to see what fun we're going to have on this chat.
Yes, of course. So Shweta, already people have heard your voice, and Shweta is actually known for the Jalebi Baby voice. So we'll go back in time. So we just want to know generally about yourself, where you belong from.
Sure. So मैं शुरुआत से थोड़ा सा आपके दर्शकों को बताती हूँ that in fact I started learning music at the age of 5. जब मैंने शुरू किया था तो मैं बस सोच रही थी कि एक हॉबी है. किसी ने सोचा नहीं था कि you're going to end up becoming a playback singer or take music up as a profession or take it up so seriously. But वही होता है कि people say it's a blessing when you know that there's something you enjoy. It's a passion and it turns into a profession. You can't complain in life. That's the best combination. It's a deadly combination when you enjoy what you're doing. तो जो मेरी शुरुआत है, it happened with learning music. जो मैं classical music सीख रही थी, Carnatic music को सीख रही थी, because I'm actually originally South Indian. I'm from South India. But मैं कभी India में नहीं रही हूँ. I've never lived in India. I've always lived outside India. In fact, I was born in Dubai, raised in Dubai. और फिर मैं एक loti beti hu. I don't have any siblings, so my parents always wanted the best for me and everything. मतलब उनका हमेशा ये था कि हमारी जो बेटी है, she should be able to do anything and everything. So इस चक्कर में what happened is they put me into dancing and learning karate and learning art and so many things. I was like the boy in the family actually. तो क्या हुआ था कि शुरुआत ऐसे हुई कि मैं सीख रही थी. Then in school I competed for music competitions and I used to bring the trophy for the school. And then I moved to Canada because जब मैं 14 साल की थी मेरे parents ने decide किया कि हम shift करेंगे Canada. And I moved to Canada, and then after I moved, I used to just sing for fun in the community events में, दिवाली हो या चाहे कोई बैसाखी हो, तो मैं events में गाती थी. And then there came a competition in Canada. It was very similar to the Indian Idol that we have in India, but it was the North American Indian Idol, जहाँ पे contestants US और Canada से आए हुए थे. 4 महीने का competition था. And my friends really pushed me to compete. और मैंने compete किया, मैं वो competition जीत गई. And as they say, the rest is history. वहाँ से मेरी शुरुआत हुई. And then, I started performing at the IFA Awards with Salim Suleiman, and I did playback singing. I sang a song with Ayushmann Khurrana for a film called Hawai Zada. And because I'm South Indian, I also got opportunity to do my first Tamil song for a Tamil movie. And it was under the music direction of this music director called Gibran. And that's how it all began.
No, that's amazing. So I'm sure that tell us a bit about how playback is singing different. So what are the roles you have to complete in that? वो थोड़ा सा बताइए.
Yeah, playback singing एक बहुत ही अलग किस्म का एक it's you have to adapt to what the music director wants, because क्या होता है, composition किसी और का होता है, ideas किसी और के होते हैं, lyrics किसी ने लिखा है, आपको बस बताया जाता है कि गाना ये है. So you have to firstly, it's like a challenge, as for a singer, because what happens is you have to understand the nature of the song. कि ये कौन सी मूवी के लिए है, इसमें कौन एक्टर्स हैं. तो ये सारे सवाल जो एक अच्छे प्लेबैक सिंगर होते हैं ना, when they go to the studio, they ask the right questions. They ask like, okay, who are the actors? Who am I lip syncing for? Because you're actually lip syncing for somebody. So you have to understand the character of that actress that you're singing for.
Of
You know
course.
how they are, in when they are acting. Are they the bold character, or are they like the sweet romantic type? And even somewhere you have to like imagine that unki awaaz kaisi hai, because
जी.
you're actually taking the place of their voice. So
Yeah.
in fact, I sometimes believe that singers are more into the challenge of acting than actors themselves, because now
Yeah.
we have to act it out, without actually being on screen, without actually,
Yeah.
because you have to like imagine कि scenario कैसा है और उस
Yeah.
हिसाब से आपको गाना है, and also you have to give the rendition in a way where the music director is finally happy and convinced that you're the right voice for that particular project. तो ये सब बहुत कुछ होता है उसमें. And finally, in the end, it's also very challenging because आप record करने के बाद you might or might not know this, that what happens is uh, म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर ना 5-6 सिंगर्स को बुलाते हैं
जी.
और सेम गाने के लिए. तो 5-6 सिंगर्स
Mm.
रिकॉर्ड करके जाते हैं और सबको लगता है कि अरे हमारा आवाज होगा
Yeah.
मूवी में. But you don't know whose voice is going to end up in that movie until the soundtrack releases. So
Really?
you're,
ऐसे होता है?
yeah. Lot of times actually ऐसे
Wow.
होता है कि कभी आपको बताया भी जाता है कि अरे बहुत अच्छा हुआ, congratulations,
जी.
you have this song in your kitty. और फिर जब गाना आता है ना तो आपकी आवाज ही नहीं होती और
Oh,
किसी और
wow.
की आवाज है. So so it's also मतलब
It's a bit of a
you
struggle,
can
I guess,
it's a bit
sometimes.
of a struggle, and you can imagine the emotions that a person
जी.
faces, because उनको वो कॉन्फिडेंस से चला जाता है स्टूडियो से कि अरे मेरे लिए मेरी किटी में एक गाना है, ये
जी.
फिल्म है, सब दोस्तों को बताता है कि अरे wait and watch, my voice is coming in this movie, and when it comes out,
Yeah.
sometimes you're not in it. So
Yeah.
you have to be a mentally strong person as well,
Yeah,
to
definitely.
deal with the struggles and the realities of the industry as well.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, that is a very important point, and it's interesting to know ऐसे भी होता है. So, Shweta, moving on, let's talk about Jalebi Baby. So that like took over a lot, as everyone knows. So, वो experience कैसे था आपके लिए? Tell us उस time का experience and जब आपको opportunity मिला for Jalebi Baby.
Jalebi Baby actually came out of nowhere. Honestly, it was COVID. And उस time पे आपको तो पता है, everyone was like really scared of where the world was heading.
जी.
Everyone was in lockdown. तो किसी को पता नहीं था कि आगे क्या होने वाला है life में. और luckily उस time पे तो मैं दुबई में थी. And I was back to Dubai, even though I moved to Canada and I lived in the US. But just before COVID, मैं दुबई आई हुई थी, and I was in my living room, and and as artists, it was more of a scarier period for us because हमारा जो profession है, हम like बाहर जाते हैं. We have a lot of contact with the public,
जी.
you know. So imagine someone saying that now all the shows are, coming to a dead stop because, out of safety and precautions, आप बाहर भी नहीं जा सकते हो. So that time I was wondering where life is headed, and अचानक से मुझे email आया Tesher से, because what happened is a friend told me about Tesher. मैं SoundCloud पे गई. I liked his work, so मैंने I went to his DM on Instagram and said, good to see another Canadian. He's also Canadian. I'm also Canadian. And I said, good to see a Canadian do some good work. तो उन्होंने मैं जाके मेरी profile में मेरी आवाज सुनी. And that time he was working on Jalebi Baby. And he said to me, listen, I'm actually coincidentally working on a song. And the kind of voice I'm looking for is very much like yours. So do you mind just recording a few lines? And I said, COVID है, तो मैं कहीं बाहर तो नहीं जा रही. I'm not even venturing out into a recording studio. I
जी.
just have and luckily I have the setup at home, a small setup where I have like my own, microphone studio
Yeah.
setup, and my Mac laptop, whatever. तो उसको plug करके मैं record करके मैंने भेज दिया. And it literally
Oh.
took me it took me 15 minutes at home just to record
Yeah.
the hook line. मैंने भेज दिया, फिर मुझे कोई खबर नहीं मिली, कुछ नहीं. I was like, okay, whatever, I'm used to this. Like, all singers are used to this. You do your bit and then you wait. It's a waiting game. But 2 हफ्ते बाद अचानक से a friend of mine, and the funny thing is I didn't tell anybody about this. I didn't
Yeah.
tell a soul about this project, because I'm a little superstitious also. So
Yeah.
2 हफ्ते बाद, one of my friends and then a couple of my fans, they messaged me and they said, hey, there's a really cool song out. It's called Jalebi Baby. And believe it or not, the girl sounds like you. And I was like, that's really funny because that is me. And I went online, I checked it out, and And that's it. That's how Jalebi Baby happened. That's
Oh
how I. That's
wow.
how I found out that my voice was there, and actually,
तो पहले नहीं
and
पता था आपको?
मुझे idea ही नहीं था. Like I was prepared for because see, like I told you, right? Music industry में कुछ भी हो
Yeah.
सकता है. And the funny part was, Shashir didn't even tell me that कब गाना कब release होगा. कुछ
Yeah.
नहीं बताया इसने.
Yeah.
Honestly said, Jalebi Baby, that's how it came in my kitty, and that's how life then became all about Jalebi Baby. Because now wherever I go, people call me the Jalebi Girl. So
Yeah.
that's I've got like a second name now.
Yeah. So Shweta, if you wouldn't mind for our listeners, could you sing a line for Jalebi Baby?
Sure, I'll sing a few lines. I'll sing a little slowly because I'm in the lobby, but I'll sing
Yeah.
a few lines. So it's like, I know that you wanna get crazy, crazy. Shawty, take it slow, that chitty, chitty. बन जा तो मेरी jalebi, baby. Baby, let me see it, jalebi, baby. I just wanna eat it, jalebi, baby.
Thank you.
No
Yeah, it's
problem,
a
no
very
problem.
yeah, no, very sweet voice. And one thing, I was just, reading by work and you sing in four different, so Hindi, Punjabi, Tamil, and Siddhi.
Yeah, so I sing a Sindhi song. I do sing Sindhi songs as well. I sing in Tamil. I've sang a Gujarati song as well. So the thing is,
Wow.
you know what? Because now the Garba and Navratri season is around the corner. So basically, I'm going to be doing a few Garba shows as well. जिसके लिए
Yeah.
मुझे गुजराती गाने भी सीखना पड़ रहा है. So basically, see, as a singer, you have to mold yourself into whatever languages come your way. The
Yeah.
the beautiful part is I belong to a family that's very multilingual. My parents
Wow.
themselves can speak a lot of languages. They can speak Gujarati, they can speak Tamil, they can speak Malayalam, they can speak Hindi. So, the thing is, I think being born and raised in a multilingual family really helps because your
Yeah.
adaptability to pick up languages and your tendency to pick up and learn is much easier. So you can throw a song of any language to me. I'll probably need like an hour or two to get the pronunciation right. I've also learned Arabic since I was growing in Dubai. So,
Oh,
I also sing
wow.
in Arabic as well. I can read and write Arabic. So, there's a lot of advantages of
Yeah.
knowing multiple languages. I couldn't thank my parents. I mean, it's all because of them that I believe that this ease of languages have come to my life.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. No, I
Yeah.
think it's amazing you can do it in different languages.
Hmm.
It's a good talent. It's definitely a good talent.
Yes, of course.
So,
Totally.
yeah, Shweta, who are your who influences you a lot? Like, आपके biggest influences कौन है?
So I would say that my biggest influencer, somebody who I really look up to, is Sonu Nigam.
Ah, yeah.
He is someone I just think is such a, a multi-talented artist, चाहे गाने की बात हो, चाहे performance की बात हो, चाहे इंसानियत की बात हो, because I had
जी,
the honor of performing with him. I've been on tour with Sonu Nigam. In fact,
जी,
his team reached out to me, and I had performed with him in South America, in Suriname, and I performed with him in North America as well. And I
जी,
remember when you're on tour with a singer, you're with them day in and day out. It's not like,
जी,
you're not just a fan and admirer. Now you're part of his team, you know, and you see how their day progresses, how when they wake up, उनकी रियाज कैसी होती है, वो जिम जाते हैं, वो खाने में मतलब वो ब्रेकफास्ट में क्या खाते हैं. So you
जी,
learn so much, and it was amazing because once it was announced that I was on tour with him, he actually called me and said, listen, I really want to see what songs you're performing. Let's go through your song list together. And then आप मेरे साथ कौन से गाने गाने वाले हो? So I sang Bole Churiya with him on stage. I sang like
yeah,
some duets with him. It was so much fun. So he's my biggest inspiration, and of course, that's in the music world. But I also I really get a lot of ideas in terms of performance. I learn a lot from Sunidhi Chauhan as well. I really
yeah,
like her in the female singers. Shreya Ghoshal, of course, the Nightingale. And my grandmother also, I would say, has been a big, even though she's no more, but she was a
yeah,
beautiful singer and she inspired me to learn a lot
no,
of music actually.
yeah, no, no, that's beautiful. Shweta, who would you probably like to collab with if you got the opportunity? Who would you like to
Sonu
collaborate with?
Nigam.
Yeah, I think we already
I
know.
think I think I mean everyone says, but you've already collaborated with him, you performed with him, you on tour with
Yeah,
him. I said, yeah, true, but I manifest to the universe that one day I get a song where when I open the track on Spotify or any other any Ghana or whatever, I see that it's a song in a movie or in an album where it says Shweta Subram and Sonu Nigam. That's what I
Yeah.
manifest. But
Well,
yeah, but that to be honest with you, that that is one of the artists, and then apart from that, I think it will be really, really cool for me. I would love to collaborate with a lot of international artists. So
yeah.
I think it will be great to do, like maybe Ed Sheeran, or even like do another full on the Makedar song with Jason Derulo again.
Yeah.
I've already done that with him with Jalebi Baby, but I wouldn't mind having another song because he's such a cool dude. He's a
Yeah.
great performer, great artist. So and a great human being. I had the opportunity to meet him recently, and he was so sweet. So I would love to, and for me, see, it's always that talent is one thing, but having a good heart is something,
Yeah.
that's even more important.
Definitely.
And this is why I respect artists like Jason Derulo and Sonu Nigam even more, because when you meet them, you just you have so much to learn from them on how to be grounded yet talented. You know what I mean?
Of course, definitely. What
Yeah.
about Punjabi music? Do you आप सुनते हो Punjabi music?
मैं सुनती हूँ, मुझे बहुत पसंद भी है, मैं पंजाबी
Yeah.
में गाती भी हूँ, इनफैक्ट. And in fact, talking about Punjabi artists, one of the artists I really like and who is so sweet, and we were just in contact recently, is Sukhshinder Shindapa ji. He
Ah,
is so
जी,
amazing. He is so amazing. मैं हमेशा बोलती रहती हूँ शिंदपा जी को कि हमें कुछ साथ में करना चाहिए. And he's like, yeah, yeah, we'll
जी,
do something. So I love it. Like, I think it'll be, Punjabis, uh, I love Punjabi people also because they know how to live life. You know,
जी,
they live life king size. सब कुछ बड़ी तरीके से करते हैं. पार्टी भी
बिंदास.
जोर शोर से करते हैं, बिंदास.
Yeah.
They love their khana, they love their गाना पीना, they love
Let's
everything.
not go down that lane.
Let's go down
Yeah.
the lane because it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I think somewhere, maybe I believe somewhere in my previous birth or something, I was Punjabi, because
Oh,
every time I even though I'm South Indian, when people don't know I'm South Indian, and when I'm out and about and I meet, and जब मैं हिंदी में बात करती हूँ, लोगों को लगता है कि मैं पंजाबी हूँ. You know, I
अच्छा.
don't know, a lot of people that say I have a Punjabi vibe to me, and I love it. Like,
जी,
I know this is not probably doesn't fit this interview very well, but believe it or not, if you ask me from a spirituality point of view also, मुझे बहुत शांति मिलती है when I go to the Gurudwara. I go to the Gurudwara,
oh,
and
lovely.
I I have the Kada Prasad, and I just love it. So I think
जी.
somewhere I was a Punjabi at some lifetime, but
Oh,
and
that's
I would love to do a lot of Punjabi songs. I think I even now in my music shows, like I had a show in Oman last night. I performed Evi Evi Lut Gaya.
oh, lovely.
I performed London Thumakda. I performed Kinna Suna Tenu Rab Ne Banaya. I sing all these songs, so I just really
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Do you mind Kinna Sona Rabre Bana singing a line in your voice?
Of course. किन्ना सोना तेनू रब ने बनाया किन्ना सोना तेनू रब ने बनाया दिल करे देखदा रबा किन्ना सोना तेनू रब ने बनाया. There you
Beautiful,
go.
beautiful. Thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you.
So, Shweta, moving back to your awards, you have won awards, and one of it was in Shankar's Academy. Japar Shankar Mahadev himself, awarded you the award. So, what experience कैसे था आपके लिए?
बहुत ही अच्छा रहा है. I mean, Shankar Mahadevan ji is a legend. I mean, उनकी जो knowledge है music में,
जी,
and जो वो गाते हैं, I mean, I'm in shock. I even won that award because even to date I'm in shock because जो वो competition था, it was organized by his academy. He's opened an academy
जी,
online called Shankar Mahadevan Academy. So he announced a competition worldwide saying that wherever in the world you're living, send me entries of a Bollywood song that has a semi-classical base. Not just like any Bollywood song, it has to have some kind of semi-classical, classical knowledge because he's a lot about singing. His foundation is very strong.
yeah,
He's learned Hindustani music, he's learned Carnatic music. So I think for him, it's not about singing commercial pop numbers. For him, it's more about knowing, the music from the foundation level. Knowing your sarigamapas, knowing your ragas and stuff. So I remember I competed in that competition, zero expectations. I just said, it's just for fun, I'll do it. And I had to just send a video in. And I said, there's this very old song in Bollywood, which is sung by Lata ji. It's called Kuhu Kuhu Bole Koyalya. you know.
जी,
It's a very, very old song, and it's a very tough song because the song has many verses and multiple ragas. So each verse has a different rag. So I had learned that song thanks to my Guruji who taught me the song. I actually took the plunge of recording a very difficult song in my voice and sending it across as my entry. And the next thing I know is I won the competition. And that
wow,
actually led me to a mentorship with Shankar Mahadevanji. So I actually spoke to him online, and he asked me to sing more, and he talked to me, and such a nice guy.
जी,
I mean, it's interesting because I met him like, I think 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I met him briefly in Mumbai through a friend of mine who plays the sitar. I met him at a
जी,
show. And just this year in February in Dubai, there was a very big event that was happening where Shankarji was invited as a chief guest, and I was invited as a celebrity guest as well. And I went there and I saw Shankarji, and 7 years ago I met him, and I won the competition like 10 years ago. So there's a long gap. I didn't
yeah,
expect that he would even remember me. And
oh,
I remember I got a chance to go, and I saw, he was standing there, and I went to say, I was going to say, I had the whole script in my mind. I said, I'm going to go and introduce myself again and remind him about who I am.
yeah,
And I was walking towards him, and he looked at me, and he said, Shweta, how are you? And I was in
oh,
shock. I went speechless. I said, I can't believe the man who I won the competition, and I met him once.
yeah,
He just remembered me. And I'm like, I froze, like, you remember my name? He's like, come on, we should like, take my number, we should connect. And I was like, oh my God, I felt like I was going to die.
oh, that's
So,
so sweet.
you
It's
get to
good to
learn
know.
so much. You get
Yeah,
to learn so much when you see that kind of humility. This is, I keep, you'll notice the consistent message I have in my entire interview would be being modest and being humble and being a nice person. That's so much more important.
definitely, definitely, I agree. So, how was your debut for you, Dil Na Nadan with Ayushmann Khurrana? How was that experience?
Oh, it was really fun. It all happened so
Yeah,
quickly. I'm not gonna lie. It might sound like too good like it might just sound like too filmy because
yeah,
I remember मैं actually एयरपोर्ट पे बैठी हुई थी मैं कनाडा से इंडिया जा रही थी. In
जी,
fact, I had no idea to go to Mumbai. I was just going to Delhi for some work, and I was sitting in the airport, and suddenly I get a call from the sound engineer Bharat, who is the sound engineer for Ayushmann Khurrana and a bunch of other composers as well. And Bharat says to me, "Oh, Shweta, where are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm in the airport. Why?" He's like, "Can you come to Bombay?" And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, because I had done a bunch of Ayushmann Khurrana covers. I did Pani Da Rang. I did
yeah,
Mitti Di Khushboo. तो मैंने कुछ गाने किए थे YouTube में. So supposedly Ayushmann Khurrana's team was actually they actually saw my covers, and they
जी,
really liked my voice, and they were like, "Come to Bombay, we're going to record you, and we want you to sing for this movie, like a duet with Ayushmann Khurrana." And
जी.
I was like, wow, who would expect that to happen? So literally, I landed up in Bombay, recorded my voice, and 1 week later, I heard my voice in the soundtrack.
Oh wow, lovely. So good.
Yeah, that's how it
It's
happened. So
beautifully done. It's beautifully done.
thank
Yeah,
you, thank you.
yeah. So Shweta, let's get to know about you personally. What are your hobbies apart from singing?
Of course. Apart from singing, I would say I love traveling. I love traveling. Like you tell me to get on a flight and tomorrow, and I'm like the first person.
Recently you came to
So
UK.
I did. I was there in
How was your
July.
experience?
Oh, amazing. I've been to London many a times, many a
Yeah,
times. But it's the first time where there was work involved, to be honest.
yeah.
It was excellent. I got to go to the cinnamon club. That's where one of the events took place. And I got to meet Chef Vivek Singh, who was amazing. He was so hospitable, and the food was brilliant. And he even created a dessert in my name for Jalebi. He made like the dessert was
Oh,
Jalebi. It was really cute.
yeah,
It was such a pleasant surprise.
yeah.
And the people were so nice. Of course, the only thing I have to say is in UK it rains too much, you
Yeah.
know, and it's too
Let's
cold.
not
Like,
talk about that. It can
yeah,
rain
honestly, if
whenever. कभी भी हो सकता है.
no, everyone says कि अरे लंदन आप जा रहे हो जुलाई में summer है गर्मी होगी. I packed my
नहीं,
bags.
समझ नहीं
I
मिलती
put
यहाँ पर.
I
Like,
literally had shorts and t-shirts in my bag. I landed in London and it was freezing cold. And I'm like, who told me this weather forecast? I ran into the Westfield Mall. I remember there was a Westfield
Yeah.
Mall. I ran in and I bought jackets and pants and shirts. I had to do a whole lot of shopping in London, but the weather aside, the
Yeah.
vibe of London, the people of London, everything is so nice. I just want to come back to London. Honestly, I really love the place.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Most welcome. So, Shweta, moving on to the music taste. What's your music taste? Like, आपको इमोशनल ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है, रोमांटिक, सैड, कैसे गाने आपको, या बीट वाले, हिप हॉप?
एक्चुअली सिंगर से ये क्वेश्चन पूछना बहुत ही इट्स अ वेरी मुश्किल सवाल
जी
क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, हम लोग बहुत मूडी लोग होते हैं. Like I like all sorts of songs. I think
जी
if you ask me do I like sad songs, I love it because there are times when like मैं उस mood में हूँ, तो then आप deliberately उसी टाइप के गाना भी सुनते हो and
जी
it hits you more, कि अरे क्या emotionally गाया है इस बंदे ने, and you get into that groove. Then I love dance numbers because I love to party and I love to, if you ever come to my show in the near future, you'll see like I'm all about high energy power pack songs. So I love
या
songs with a beat. I love
हाँ
emotional songs. I love romantic songs. I'm a diehard romantic person. So I
जी
love songs that hit the right chord when it
of
comes to lyrics
course
and romance and stuff like that. So it's a very tough question to answer for an artist. I would
yeah
say it all depends on my mood.
Yeah, definitely. So, Shweta, moving towards the end of the show, I mean, thank you so much for being with us, and it's been amazing to know about you. So, and your work. So, would you like to, what's the last message you would like to give to our listeners? क्या आप कहना चाहोगे in your own words?
So I would like to say, firstly, it's very important for all of you watching and listening to this interview. हम लोग artists दिल से काम बहुत करते हैं. जो चीज हम रिलीज करते हैं, गाने रिलीज करते हैं ना, तो हमने बहुत मेहनत की उसमें,
जी
स्पेशली ओरिजिनल सॉन्ग्स, चाहे ओरिजिनल हो प्लेबैक हो. तो प्लीज हमें सपोर्ट, व्हेन वी आस्क फॉर सपोर्ट, ऑल वी आर सेइंग इज दैट प्लीज गो ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, प्लीज
जी
गो ऑन यूट्यूब. द नेम इज श्वेता सुब्रम, SHWETASUBRAM. Just follow me, and I have lots more work coming up in the future. So that's my humble request. Secondly, my only advice, if I have to say, for aspiring singers would be that, keep listening to lots of music. It's very
yeah
important. I got this very valuable advice from Sonu ji when I was touring with him, where he said that, Shweta, it's बहुत important होता है कि आप हर तरह के गाने सुने. Don't
जी
just stick to Bollywood. Listen to jazz, listen to rock, listen to pop, listen to Hindustani, listen to Carnatic, listen to different languages.
जी
Diversify your listening. That is number one. And most important thing, which has been the theme of this interview, I've said it over and over, is आप जितना भी बड़े artist हो ना, be humble, be
yeah
modest. Be that person that people say कि यार artist तो है ही, but इंसान भी बहुत अच्छा है. You
yeah
know, let success not get to your head. you know
definitely
and because जो आप हो ना, जितना भी आपको प्यार मिल रहा है, वो लोगों की वजह से ही मिल रहा है.
of
It's your
course
fans that
yeah
support you. It's your fans that supporters that put you up on that pedestal. They worship you. So don't ruin it. So
yeah of
that's
course.
my advice. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shweta, and yeah, we wish you the best for your upcoming projects. आप
Thank you,
ऐसे इनको
Savita.
अपने प्यारी आवाज में entertain करते रहना.
No,
So,
100%. I will, and we'll be in touch, of course. And
of
I'd like to
course,
thank you for again having me on your show today. A lot of love and a lot of warm hugs to you and your team and all the listeners. And I hope that we meet sometime when I'm in the UK next.
definitely, definitely, that would be amazing. So, thanks so much, Shweta, and take care.
Take care. Thanks, Sarita. Bye bye.